Okay, across the sea of space and time, and in far off day, maybe not a off galaxy, there was born Ishmael Jordan to a kingdom by the sea that time has forgotten. As I look down from above, imagining a time that is no longer even remembered in the records, in the recorded records that we learn in school. The kingdom fell like the walls of Jericho. The king was deposed, and the queen sold off her youngest son into indentured servitude, whereupon he regained his freedom at a very young age and found a life of cunning, a life of cunning. And he had found himself in the middle of a plot where he had conspired to kidnap the fair princess Astronomie, and his men that he had appointed to kidnap her had taken her across the Tibetsi desert, and he came down on his black stallion to find her and then take them across the next passage. But unfortunately, the king's men had surrounded them on all sides, and the princess would soon be recaptured and brought back to the palace. And he realized his plan had been foiled, and so he thought quickly, and he turned on his own men and grabbed a bag of sand and threw it in their eyes, and he took out his sword, and his men were no more. He had turned on them, came upon the princess before her father's men came, and said, "I have come to save you! I have come to save you!" And the princess said, "Oh, you are such a great man. You are such a great man. Thank you for coming to save me. You shall be rewarded handsomely by my father's kingdom." And his eyes started to glow, and he started thinking about all the things he would do with the gold that he would get. And he was just jumping up and down with joy. And the princess said, as she had a veil over her face, Come, I must look directly in the eyes of such a brave man that has saved my life." And he came upon her, and she said, "Do not worry, I see you tremble, but I know that it is a good man that has saved my life, and I shall reveal my face to you." And when he saw her face, he ran in terror, and he would joke with other men upon telling the story that, oh, nothing was worth that gold. And he said that, oh, she was such an unsightly person. But the years went on, and the years turned into decades, and his life was no longer his own. He had 2 daughters and saw the world from a different perspective now. His wife had died in birth, and now his life was about not just cunning, but providing for these 2 daughters, and he saw life from their eyes too, for now he was a father. And then one day, as a successful merchant, he was invited into the king or the sultan's palace, and they were talking, and someone overheard them, and she ran into the room and said, it is you who ran from me." And he said, "I have never seen such a beautiful woman in my life. My goodness, my heart is pouncing with excitement. Wow, you are so beautiful." And she says, "But you ran from me in terror. I cried that you treated me with such disgust and would treat me so callously." And he said, "Well, you do not understand, as at that time I only saw greed. And now I see the world through a whole new set of eyes."
Okay, thank you, Patrick.
I don't think I succeeded in stretching that out to 5 minutes.
It was 4:44.
Okay.